I want to talk here about letting the subconscious help you solve math problems. Now, strictly from an everyday perspective, math problems have to be solved logically and analytically. So how can we expect the subconscious to solve math problems? Well, let's talk really about what the subconscious is. The subconscious is just that part of our mind that's on autopilot, that's constantly running all the time, even if we're not aware of it. And it's always recording, it's always storing information. So what will happen sometimes is you just know that you know a problem, and you don't know exactly why. And many times this is really the subconscious mind storing this information. So how can you use the subconscious mind to help you solve difficult math problems? What you can do is just release it, let go to it, let it take over, and give you the answer back. Now, to some of you, this may seem a little perplexing. How can that possibly work? And let me give you an application of that. So let's say if you had in front of you a particular math problem, and in the math problem, you had something that resembled a mailbox that you might see, a typical outdoor mailbox, where you have a square, a rectangular area, and then you have a curved area up on the top. And let's say that you were asked to determine the surface area and the volume of that. Well, obviously, on an analytical basis, you would need to know what those two are, what the surface area is, the surface area formula, and the volume formula. So if you've already had that part memorized down, so for instance, the volume for a sphere is pi r squared times the height, and the surface area, excuse me, for a cylinder is pi r squared times height, and the surface area is 2 pi r times the radius times the height plus 2 pi r squared. Okay, so that's really the total surface area. So if you look at that first formula for the volume of a right cylinder, you have pi r squared times the height is your volume, and then 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared is your surface area. Now that's if it were completely cylinder, but the fact of the matter is it is actually also partially a rectangle. So you would have to know the formula for the surface area of a rectangle, which is basically knowing the surface area of the top and the bottom, the two sides, and the front and the back. Calculating the surface areas of that, the length times the width, and then of course length times width times height will give you the complete volume of that. So let's say you have all that information, so you have all that memorized, and you're trying to solve the problem. Well, if you push at it and try to consciously solve it, you can do that and it can work. But if you subconsciously just let go and say, I know these formulas, I know the formula for right cylinder, I know the for both the surface area and the volume, I know the surface area and the volume for the rectangular prism, I know all this information. What if I just let it go and let my subconscious mind come up with it? And then instead of fast and furious, you just took a minute or two and you closed your eyes and let it come to you. I think you would be very surprised that all of a sudden you're going to see, well, I have these four tools, and what if I just go ahead and combine them all, since they're all going to be used? And you would see in your solving this problem that you're going to basically solve for everything with a rectangle except the top of it, because on the top you're going to have the right cylinder. Now possibly some of you are having trouble visualizing this as I do with math, so you might really want to have it sketched out. But the key is once the conscious mind has done its work, then let go and let it come to you, and know that it will. There is huge power in solving math problems, and let your subconscious do the heavy lifting. I'm Darryl Hold with AffordableTutor.com. You can reach me at tutorpro88@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you.